Hello and welcome. You're riding with Wheels Whips. Today we are going to talk about the 1969 Chevy COPO Camaro. Thanks for joining us as we learn about this incredible piece of automotive history. We appreciate each and every one of you. If you like the video and want to help us grow, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like or comment. Let's get on with the video. The 1969 Chevy COPO Camaro holds a prestigious spot in the pantheon of American muscle cars, coveted for its raw power and limited availability that have turned it into an almost mythological presence on both the street and the collector's market. COPO, an acronym for Central Office Production Order, was originally a process used by Chevrolet for fleet vehicles such as taxis and trucks that required specifications not met by the standard offerings. However, clever dealers like Don Yenko of Pennsylvania capitalized on this special order process to create high-performance iterations of the Camaro, circumventing the corporate engine displacement restrictions of the time which limited mid-sized cars to 400 cubic inches. By utilizing the COPO system, Yenko and others were able to install Chevrolet's colossal 427 cubic inch 7.0-liter V8 L72 engine, a powerhouse derived from Chevy's all-conquering Corvette, into the relatively compact and lightweight Camaro chassis. This melding of a large, high-performance engine into a smaller body created a vehicle with an incredible power-to-weight ratio that became the stuff of legend on drag strips across the country. These cars often featured minimal badging and were devoid of unnecessary weight-adding features like extreme aerodynamic embellishments or luxury interiors, because the focus of the COPO Camaro was singular in every respect: uncompromised straight-line speed. They came out of the factory without the cowl induction hood and spoilers that would usually signify a high-powered Camaro, partly to maintain a stealthy profile, but also to leave those choices to the driver's preference for their particular style of performance enhancements. The stark utilitarianism of the COPO Camaros, in contrast with their beefy American underpinnings, made for a vehicle that was both a sleeper and a showstopper, a dual identity that significantly contributed to its allure. Moreover, the rarity of the COPO Camaro has significantly driven its mystique and value. With only about 1,000 units believed to have been made, each COPO Camaro is a cherished historical artifact, a snapshot of a moment in time when horsepower was king and environmental and oil economy concerns hadn't yet reigned in American automotive excess. The legacy of the 1969 COPO Camaro is not just in its blistering performance or its drag racing prowess, but also in how it represents the ingenuity of the era's muscle car manufacturers and dealers in finding loopholes and bending rules to create cars that would leave an indelible mark on automotive history. Whether roaring down a quarter-mile track or sitting silently on an auction stage in front of awestruck enthusiasts and collectors, the 1969 COPO Camaro is an emblem of the golden age of Detroit's dominance in muscle car production, a mechanical embodiment of raw American power and innovation. The 1969 COPO Camaro not only defines muscle car performance, but also epitomizes the American spirit of the late 60s, an era rife with cultural and technological upheavals. The automobile's bold and squared contours reflected an age where design met might, with each line and curve seemingly forged from the very optimism and forward-looking stance that characterized the period. As the Camaro sped past, it left in its wake the reverberating thunder of its engine, a call to freedom and the open road that resonated with a generation defined by its desire for liberation from societal norms. It was the kind of car that, when it pulled up to a red light, incited heads to turn and conversations to pause. Its mere idling was a visceral reminder of the thrill of acceleration that was merely a pedal push away. In the esoteric world of muscle cars, the '69 COPO Camaro garnered respect, not just for its raw specs, but also for its underdog story. Back then, Camaros weren't the front-runners in the muscle car segment, overshadowed by more flamboyant offerings from competitors. The introduction of the COPO versions, however, changed the narrative. They turned Chevy's pony car into a giant killer, and in doing so, they elevated the entire Camaro line to a newfound status that wove into its very identity the tenets of performance and potential. The COPO Camaro became the embodiment of a sleeper agent that lived in the shadow, waiting to unleash its might when challenged, defying expectations. While the 427 L72 engine was the star of the COPO program, these vehicles often featured heavy-duty mechanical components to withstand the additional stress of the extra power, like beefier drivelines, stronger axles, and reinforced suspensions. This attention to robust engineering ensured the car's capabilities extended beyond a one-trick pony status. The COPO Camaro could reliably deliver its earth-shattering performance time and time again. Such engineering prowess spoke volumes about the era's obsession, not only with top speed but also with durability and resilience, principles central to the late 60s automotive design philosophy. Driving a 1969 COPO Camaro was an all-encompassing sensory experience. The sight of the steamroller rear tires prepared to bite into the asphalt, the feel of the vinyl bucket seat contouring to your form as you gripped the steering wheel with anticipation, the smell of gasoline and oil that served as a preemptive thrill for what was to come, and the sound, a growling, churning mechanical symphony that crescendoed into a visceral roar as the tachometer needle lunged towards redline. It was, and remains, a car that demands attention, respect, and a firm hand on the wheel. From the moment the key turned in the ignition, the driver was no longer simply a person in a machine. They became part of a living, breathing entity, a beast of metal and gasoline that sought to conquer the roads it roamed. As this generation of car enthusiasts moves onward, the story of the 1969 COPO Camaro continues to captivate and inspire, its legend passed down with a mix of reverence and awe. Its very existence is a testament to the creativity and ambition of an era that pushed the boundaries of what was possible. In the pantheon of American muscle, the COPO Camaro is not just a car. It is a cultural icon, a mechanical masterpiece, and a symbol of an age that forever changed the landscape of automotive history. It remains a touchstone for performance enthusiasts and a benchmark of the muscle car's raw, unbridled essence.